Jesus Christ, why do they break maps and then add 5 more before fixing the current maps? Come on! Hey guys, so I mentioned this at the end of the video, but I thought I'd put it in at the start as well. We need to do something that'll get through to MCSG and let them know, hey, you need to fix your stuff or the server's gonna die completely. So I just thought we might as well try and do something on Twitter. If you guys feel the same after watching the rant, then put out a tweet saying #fix MCSG, and if we can get some bare numbers on that, like ridiculous numbers, they might, it's just they need something. Like, we need to give them something, we need to do something big and let them know, hey, this is ridiculous, fix your shit. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rant. I'll leave you to it. Hey guys, so yeah, I already recorded this whole rant and it was 15 minutes long, and I was on 100 gain, so I guess I'm just gonna have to like redo it, but it's going to be a little shorter than 50 minutes because obviously I've got my thoughts together a bit. I know what I'm going to talk about this time. So first off, don't want to play another MC gamer great super great game mode that isn't MCSG that gets no players and for some reason is a thing. Okay. Apologize for that. That was a bit rude. Basically, I just want to talk about the fact that okay, so a lot of YouTubers recently I'll just name a few. Solarflare, I beat B-Boy. I watched all their videos. And me, and just I'm pretty sure anyone who plays MCSG frequently can now agree that in the past. Okay, I need to think of how I'm gonna word this. So I'll start off this way. I've been around since OG MCSG. I've been here through all the the ups and downs of MCSG, more or less. I started playing back in this not the summer. Yeah, maybe. This time, 3 years ago, 2012, the last 4 months of 2012 is when I started playing. Beijing Canadian got me into it in the summer, and then I actually started playing towards the last quarter of the year. I've been around since OG MCSG. You can go watch my my first few SGs where in-game chat teaming with people and shit. It was OG. I've been around since then, and I've stuck around the whole time. So I know, I know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. I've been here to see all the cycles of where the community has had outcries against the server about their and great, lovely. I somehow didn't get that weapon. I opened it first. Okay, cool. And I've seen all the outcries from the community. Oh, there's too many people. And it's I feel like right now there's this whole little thing. People are complaining about, me included. I'm agreeing with people. So right now it's the FNS. It's the I think it's I don't know what causes it. I believe it's a relog issue. I heard that in someone's video, but the whole thing where people barely get knocked back or don't at all. I've noticed that, but I've never said anything. So there's that. There's the FNS shit. There's that FNS thing that's I thought that got fixed a month ago, and it's back again. Not a month ago, a few months back. I'm pretty sure. I thought that was an old school glitch, but it's back. I think it came back with when they reverted to 1.7 again. And let's just talk about MCSG's terrible decisions all the time. So let's go back a year when they removed King Tong's VIP rank, Bioni's VIP rank. I think they removed Tibbsy's too. A lot of people, around a year and a half ago, maybe even coming up to 2 years, there was the whole issue with staff that a lot of people had. About a year and a half ago, there was a lot of drama towards staff. People were just tired of it, and this was what I like to call the revolt. You know what I mean? It was crazy shit. People were just ripping into all the staff all the time, me included. I had a lot of arguments with staff. I somehow got out of it unscathed without getting my rank removed. I am still a VIP rank. I don't know how. I was pretty sure Chad would have removed my rank by now. But no. I don't know if it's that he somehow in the back of his head agrees with me, or is it because he just can't be bothered to deal with that shitstorm. If someone like me or Ant or someone got their rank removed. But it's they have such terrible decisions. Like, they did that. There was that whole like, just drama back then where that happened, and people got their ranks removed, and then, like, the people I'm friends with, they sort of, like, they boycotted MCSG, you know? They all stopped playing MCSG. When that happened, MCSG died down a little bit around that time when, you know, people got their ranks removed. They stopped playing on here. And that happened. So, I'm trying to word it. I'm like, I've got all this, I'm trying to get it in order in my head. Like, the dates, because that was like a year and a half ago. I'm trying to think of, like, other cycles where people have had, like, you know, there's just cycles of outcries from the community where the server just breaks, or the staff are just, like, you know, it's one issue or another. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. Like, they just pop up everywhere, the issues with the server. And they take too long to get fixed. And it's ridiculous. Like, you think that after this many times, they would think, you know what? Next time something's broken, unless we want to lose even more players, we should probably just fix it in time. But, like, no, they're like, you know what? Let's just let people just leave the server and kill our own server for a few months before we actually fix stuff. You know, let's do that. That's a great idea. That's what it's like they do every time. They're like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't care. If the server's broken, boo-hoo, cry more about it. Like, that's how I feel. That's how they're like. You know what I mean? My words right now are just not coming out. I'm trying to get my mind together, because when I rant like this, this is going to be a long video. And it might be a bit confusing, because, yeah, I'm going to mix up my words a few times and say stuff wrong. So, yeah, it's just a cycle. Like, I've had talks with people. I've had talks with, you know, I'm not going to name them, just in case they don't want to be. But yeah, most people I've had talks with, and it's not even just talks. Like, you guys know, because most of these people have made videos like this one themselves recently, and in the past. And, like, I made so many of these sort of videos last year, like a year and a half ago, before I sort of, like, quit PvP for a year. Like, I got into the whole, like, trying to be funny in my videos thing, which I enjoyed. And I do enjoy, like, that's one thing that I need to do in my video making, just going off on a tangent real quick about me for, like, 30 seconds. I still have to find a balance between PvP and, like, not comedy, but, like, you know what I mean, yeah, me trying to be funny videos. Because I enjoy them both, and they both do good. I just need to find a balance, because I go through phases where I only upload one or the other for, like, 2 months. But that's beside the point. Basically, I did so many of these rants, like, a year and a half ago. I had so many arguments with, like, chat on Twitter and stuff. And I somehow got out of it unscathed. But yeah, I had arguments with, like, the staff so much as well on the server, and, like, it took a while. And right now, I don't think the staff is in any better of a situation. But yeah, what I'm saying is, like, there needs to be something big this time around, because every time MCSG breaks something, there's a big outcry from the community. Oh, that's a diamond sword. That is, in fact, a diamond sword made out of diamond. I do not want to deal with that. There needs to be something big. Like, every time, the whole YouTube community, like, obviously I've got a voice because I've got a following. I've got a pretty substantial following in this community, so I've got to, you know, I've got to use that. I can't just sit back and let people just get stomped on. Like, you know what I mean? I'm probably wording that a bit, like, dramatically, but you know what I mean? Like, the smaller people complain all the time, and I complain all the time. But, like, we need to do something, like, we need to do something, you know what I mean? We can't just complain about it. Like, I'm not saying people are wrong for complaining. I'm saying I'm agreeing with complaining, because, like, stuff needs to be fixed. The whole status of the server needs to be fixed. But it's because I've seen it happen so many times, where stuff is broken, community's outcried for a few months, and then it's been fixed after a few months, and then something else breaks within a month, and then it's another 5 months of nothing. Over the past 2 years. It's just been dreadful. So we need to do something big. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do something that makes them realize. Like, I don't know how they haven't realized. Badline is kicking their ass, dude. Like, I don't think you could find a player who plays MCSG who hasn't played Badline recently. And I don't think you could find, like, many people who say they prefer MCSG to Badline right now. Because, you know, Badline's peaking. You know what? On Saturday, Badline peaked 5k players. And MCSG had, like, what, 2-3k? Like, right now they have, like, less. Right now, I mean, it's early in the day. People are at school. But they have, like, 700 playing SG. Like, compare that to how they used to be, dude. Like, the proof's in the pudding. Forgive the stupid saying, but, like, I don't know how many times the whole thing has got to repeat until like they realize that they need to care more and they need to put more effort in. Like, it might seem a bit rude for me to say all this, but like it's been so long since the server just worked. And like, oh, and another thing, another little tangent, like it's MCSG, but like, Jesus Christ, why do they break maps and then add 5 more before fixing the current maps? Come on. They're like, oh, wow, Valley Side, the Stone Sword and the Enchanted Bottles are gone because we reverted back to 1.7 and didn't, and like dispensers and shit broke. Oh, let's not fix that. You know, oh, what? Demon's Breeze is broken? The trademark thing of Demon's Breeze, the Iron Sword? That's broken? Oh, let's not fix that. Let's add 4 new maps that no one will like. Haha, let's do that. That's their thought process every time. They just add maps when the current ones are broken. Like, and no one ever likes the new maps. The new maps, maybe out of like the last 20 new maps, I'd say there's maybe like 3 that people actually like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see what's so hard to understand about the fact that, like, you know, the current maps are played so much because they're the favorites. It's not hard to understand that. Just focus on maintaining those. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a dev or anything, but I'm pretty sure this whole FNS thing, it can't be that hard to fix because it's been fixed in the past. And I think it's safe to say MCSG is more of a US community. You know what I mean? A lot of the EU people, like the Germans, the Germans, they tend to go around Gomi Hive. And then, like, you know, Britain, like the UK is MCSG. EU, but and Spanish. There's a big Spanish presence, but a lot of Spanish people play on like CubeCraft and stuff. But like when you compare MCSG of 2 years ago to MCSG now, like the staff is just demeaned. Like the staff is bad, like, and as well, like the amount of hackers on MCSG, it's ridiculous. Like in my SG yesterday, there was a hacker. That's so stupid to say because one hacker. You know what I mean. You guys know what I'm saying. You guys understand it. What I'm getting at is basically the US community on MCSG, I feel like, is just it's just migrating to Badline, and I'm not complaining because Badline's a great server. They have G Cheat. It's just they have like active staff. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when do you ever see an MCSG mod in a game? Ever? Like ever? When do you ever see a mod in a game? With like G Cheat. What do MCSG have? They have like broken knockback. Like what is that? Like it's ridiculous. Like why is everything so broken? Why is it like none of the like administration or like the people who actually physically run the server care? Like you know what I mean? You think that if it seems rude of me to say, like, come on, this is your work. You know, the senior people. This is your work. Okay? You know what, this is actually more directed towards the devs and Shad directly, because obviously they control everything more or less. Now at the end of the day, decisions and stuff like that, it comes down to them in the end. But like how much more does the server have to die before you realize, wow, I gotta step my shit up. I gotta stop fucking around and actually maintain my server. Like, what's it going to come to? It's pretty close to too late. I would call this like pretty close to too late. You know what I'm saying? Like Badlands peak of 5-6K players, not 6. I don't think I've seen it at 6. I've seen it at 5 on Saturday. And MCSG's peaking what, 3, maybe 4. Like 3-4. I'm not bashing on that. That's good. But when you compare it to the past and the fact that Badline really is, like, you can just tell Badline is just taking players. Badline's just nabbing all of MCSG's players, me included. You know what I mean? I'm on Badline all day, every day. Oh, okay. And yeah, I think it's just a cycle, you know, and it's just the general stuff like teams and hackers. Now, I will admit they did acknowledge the whole teams things because they did do MCSG solo, but they did that after Gomi did it, and they did it after like 7 bajillion years of complaining about how like ridiculous the teams are. Like Hive limits teams to 4. Gomi has, you know, solo or teams, and I'm pretty sure teams can only be of 2. No, actually, no, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that. But I never see like teams above 2 or 3 on Gomi. But on here, you see like 5 teams. And yeah, Hive has a limit of 4 teams. We need to do something big for them to realize that they need to step it up, fix the server, and bring the community together. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm someone with a voice. I need to say this because people have been saying it for all the time, and I've been saying it this whole time too. But yeah, I sort of, the first round was a bit better. I lost my train of thought here while playing. But yeah, I think I got everything I wanted to say out. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, let's get hashtag fix MCSG on Twitter, and let's see if we can just get some bare numbers on there and make them realize, you know, because it's been 2 years of the same old over and over again. It's like reading a book over and over again. It's like rereading a book. It doesn't change. It's the same thing every time. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Oh, I was gonna look at me, but I'm invisible. Yeah, tell me what you thought down below. Throw that on Twitter, drop a like, tell me what you thought, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.